gonna sweep you away. Don't fall for the monsters in this maze, but I could love you forever if you'd meet my gaze.
Check 1 2. Hey everybody, I think we're live. Welcome. What's up, chat? See you guys. Another dojo. Last night wore me out, but we're here for another one just cuz. How you guys doing out there? You good? I hope everyone's well. So tonight we have Perga-Tori. You want to say hello to everybody?
Hi, how's it going, guys?
Yeah. Hi guys. Hi. You want to give them a little introduction of what you do and what you're into here?
Yeah, definitely. I host a horror podcast called the Festival of Samhain Horror Podcast. It's a kind of like a reference to Dr. Loomis and the Halloween franchise. I'm a big horror and wrestling fan, and I even do a little pro wrestling myself.
Yeah, that's the gist of it, right? That's the basics.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, right on. Well, how long have you been doing this podcast for?
I think about a year now, actually. I started in the middle of the pandemic. I couldn't work for a while, so I was like, I'm gonna kind of get back into my podcasting, and it's been a year.
Nice. And it's what's the theme we're looking at here?
The theme is basically, horror, or like, it could be like, horror movies, like real life horror, like stuff about like serial killers, Ed Gein and things like that.
Okay.
Um, I used to have like a little Wiccan segment on there, but like I realized I had a lot more to learn with that before I could like, you know, teach people like Wicca and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's basically the theme. We actually have like a little haunted history thing that we do on there too, where like, if we say like we watch a horror movie that's based on a true story, we'll kind of like give you the history on it, things like that.
Oh, that's cool. What's your favorite one of those you've done?
Ooh, God, it's hard to say. I think Psycho. I would have to say it's kind of loosely based off of like Ed Gein, or like directly based off of it.
Okay.
We did the whole Psycho franchise, and we had to do a lot of research and everything about like how it was kind of, the book was based off of Ed Gein and things like that.
Well, I didn't even see people were talking about these books in some of the past shows, like Jaws. I didn't even know there was a book. I had no idea there was a book on Psycho.
Yeah, I actually learned a couple of years ago.
Oh, nice. Which came first, the movie or the book?
The book.
Okay, I had to make sure. Have to make sure for everybody. Let's give a shout out to these guys. I see Larissa and Mike hanging out in chat. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, it's Sunday. We're kicking it for a little while. It's gonna be a shorter show, guys. So just hang loose. We'll have a good time. But so where can we find your podcast at?
We have it on Spotify. Just type in the Festival of Samhain Horror Podcast. Sam Hain, you just type in Sam Hain, and it'll be, their Festival of Sam Hain Horror Podcast. I think we're on iHeartRadio, but I forget.
All right.
I know we're on Spreaker.
Well, and you were telling me before, this is your first live show you've ever done.
Yeah.
That's exciting. I was gonna say I can't really ask you what the difference is for you, other than, you pre-record stuff, you make sure the quality's up, whatever, compared to. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh no, I was gonna say usually like I have my dogs barking and everything, and I always have to like, sometimes I have to like erase everything I did and like re-record it. So I'm glad that's not happening.
Well, yeah, the night's still early though, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's all good. Bud was on last night and we saw his cat hanging out, and
Oh, cool.
Joe from the Halloween verse had his cat out. We approve of all animals here in the dojo.
Yeah, mine definitely, they're loud.
What kind of dog you have?
I have a Chihuahua pit mix named Cara. I know that's kind of weird because, thinking about it, she's really small though. I have a Dalmatian pit mix, and I have a Dachshund.
Oh, nice.
And I used to have a Chow pit mix too.
Oh, definitely. I forget. I used to have all sorts of dogs and cats from over the years.
Oh, I've had a couple of cats too.
What's your favorite animal?
Oh gosh, I would have to say probably a dog.
Nice. I'm gonna give a shout out to Doc Griffin. What's up, buddy? You got to work on. You need to work on my audio. Yeah, I just turned everything up, man. I don't want to blast everybody's ears off. Sound levels are good to me, boss. I don't know. This guy, he's a good dude, Doc. Definitely. I know. I hear it. Yeah, Doc, miss you, buddy. That guy, he's a good dude. Anyways, yes. What's what you got planned for the podcast coming up in the next few months to a year?
I have a couple of things planned. I actually want to do like a YouTube channel to kind of go with the podcast.
Okay.
And I kind of want to do like a spin-off podcast where I kind of tell like ghost stories type of thing.
Oh, that sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, I was thinking about like, doing like a solo podcast where I'm just like, asking people like, to send me their like, scariest experiences that have happened to them and, kind of, you know, tell them on the podcast. As for the podcast I have going on right now, basically, the same thing. I'm gonna do like, after Halloween, like vampire month, werewolf month, that kind of thing.
Oh, nice. Shout out to Irate Prostate. Hey, buddy. Well, another dude, good dude. Regarding the ghost stories, though, are you looking for like true life stories, or are you looking for people who write to submit things? What are you thinking?
Well, both actually. I think it'd be kind of interesting to mix it up a little bit.
Okay, that sounds like a great idea. So are you into the paranormal? It seems a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Any experiences you want to share?
Well, me and my mom actually used to play with the Ouija board when I was 14, and we've had a couple of things happen. One we had it started going like a figure eight around the Ouija board by itself, and I looked it up and it had something to do with like some demon called Zozo.
Zozo.
And I didn't. You never heard of that?
No. Do what's Zozo? Talk to me here.
It's basically like a Ouija demon. It said, and
Really?
yeah, and it didn't do anything like crazy. It just did the figure of eight, and it basically said something like kill or murder, something like that. And then we just we kind of got scared and we like stopped playing with it. And then like we started having nightmares, things like that.
I would say that would probably freak me out too. The little marker thing, I don't know what it's called, but everyone knows
Little
what I'm talking
planchette.
about. Yeah, thank you, the planchette. I knew there was a word for it, but my brain is on like autopilot right now.
Yeah, it was the weirdest experience. My mom and we had the same nightmares for months
Really?
after that, and I think that's the last time we used it. And then fast forward like 3 years later, I was living on my own and I had like a Halloween party.
Okay.
Everybody wanted to play with the Ouija board. We were kind of drunk, so I wasn't taking like proper precautions, and we were playing it. My fiance was not playing it; he was playing a video game.
Probably a safer bet, huh?
Yeah, and he heard like a woman's laugh in the other room. And somebody else heard it. And, like he wasn't even playing it. He was like, "Did you guys hear that?" And we all kind of heard it. And, we stopped playing it and we put on Scream after that and just started watching Scream.
Well, that'll help, right?
Yeah, that'll help.
Won't hurt. I don't know what I feel about ghosts or not. I don't think. I think anything's possible. I try to keep an open mind, but I haven't had too many experiences with anything too paranormal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think those are the only two experiences I've ever had. Nothing too crazy.
Nothing too nuts. Good.
No, that's good.
I was gonna say no exorcist kicking on, right?
No.
Nobody's spitting pea soup here. If you guys in the chat have any questions, feel free to pop them up. We'll get to them. It's gonna be laid back today, everyone. We're just chilling, kicking it. It's laid back Sunday. How's that? That sounds like a good little hashtag there. Oh, well, let's see. Let's talk about the wrestling a little bit. So, what do you? When did that start? What got you into that?
I started getting interested in like pro wrestling when I was like a kid and like watching it and things like that, and
Right.
I didn't actually want to do it until like 2016 when I was starting to study like New Japan and things like that. I think about a year ago, January or February, I started. There was a local promotion called Southern House of Wrestling,
Okay.
and I went up there to talk to them, and they didn't have any women or anything. Like they didn't have any other women wrestlers. They were kind of like scouting out women wrestlers, and I expressed interest, and they were like so excited they had a girl that wanted to actually like join their promotion because they didn't have one yet, and they have a couple now. I'm not the only one
Right.
there now, but when I started, I was the only one there, and I enrolled in the school, and I had to sign all the waivers and everything like that, and I started training, and it was like unreal. Like when I started, it was so much fun. It's an adrenaline rush. It's hard. It's very painful.
I was gonna say, I'm sure it's very physically demanding.
It is, and there's a lot of exercise that comes with training in the ring. Like I'm having to do like different kind of exercises to keep my stamina up. I'm having to like do like drills and things like that at the end of each class. And it's hard to keep up like if you're not used to like running and things like that.
Oh, true. Nacho and Kitty in the chat. What's up, guys? Nacho has a question asking if you're a high flyer.
A high flyer, that's what I'm working on. Yes, I'm a high flyer.
Oh, are you like? Is that's like what luchador style more so? I believe in like I don't know what the if luchador is Japanese in the New Japan too or not, if they call it luchador, but
It's a lot of flips and stuff like that. I'm actually going to take a gymnastics class along with the wrestling school and everything to help me get better with that.
oh yeah, I'm sure some yoga maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
That's cool. I was Do you have a favorite wrestler currently or from the past?
From the past, it would have to be Macho Man Randy Savage,
Nice.
and currently it is and will for all forever be CM Punk.
CM Punk. I heard he just made a comeback, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
He did. That was like a big surprise when I heard his music, and it was just crazy. At
I,
the beginning of the show, he came out. It was unreal.
I haven't watched in so long, but I've been catching some of the AEW stuff, like bits and pieces. I just feel like WWE really went downhill after the late '90s, and even before that, like I wasn't really paying attention too much. But '80s and '90s, I can talk all day on. Anything above and beyond that, I'm lost.
Yeah, WWE, I was really big into it 20, and then like I just started like losing interest in WWE for a while. Like it's just not what it used to be. It's just I would have to agree it's definitely gone downhill.
I don't know. I definitely feel like I need to be checking out AEW though. They seem to be the hot ticket right now.
Oh yeah, it's every week is fun, and now they have Rampage on Friday nights.
What's Rampage?
It's like an hour long special that they do, like an hour long episode of AEW that they do. Wednesday nights it's 2 hours, but then it's kind of like what they used to do with NXT back in WWE when that used to be an hour long, and it's pretty cool actually. There's a lot of like blood and stuff like that, which is
Ooh.
what I like.
I'll tell you, I've been to a couple hardcore matches in my life. I'm trying to think. I saw Terry Funk and Madman Pondo wrestle back. Geez, this was years
Oh,
back.
that's cool.
But they got in the crowd, right? And I told this story the other day, I feel like, but I'm going to tell it again. And I'm there just taking pictures of the whole thing. And sure enough, they're right in front of me, like a foot or two in front of me, hitting each other with chairs and stop signs. Some dude had to pull me back because I wasn't even paying attention. I was just getting pictures. But that was the
Oh, that's
craziest thing I
crazy.
ever saw. So do you go to a lot of live shows?
I've actually never been able to go to a live show. We didn't have like a whole lot of like they didn't come here. They would always go to like Charlotte or
Sure.
something like that. and I really would love to go to an AEW show or like a Ring of Honor show. Sometimes they would have like Ring of Honor, like come to Myrtle Beach, like, but I would be working or something like that, and I wouldn't be able to go, and I would definitely love to go.
So you know you haven't really been to any indie shows either.
Sadly, no.
Okay. I know they used to travel around a lot more. I feel like years back. I feel like in current years they don't really.
Yeah, they haven't been doing a lot of traveling. I think a lot of it's pandemic, or I don't know if they really do it anymore.
Right, and that's because we had a few local organizations up here as well, and I used to take my brother to go see some of the local cats wrestle. We met geez, who do we meet? Nikolai Volkov at one point. We met Doink, a few others. Like I think it was Matt Bourne before he passed.
Oh, that's cool.
That was pretty crazy. I was a big Taker fan and an Hulk Hogan fan back in the '80s.
Oh, I love Undertaker. I forgot he was one of my favorites too.
Oh, he just retired, right? Is that what I was?
Yeah.
Good for him. He's got to be up there in age too. Like,
Yeah, I think he was starting to hurt after a while. You can tell. But he did try to do more like in the current years. There was a couple times I actually thought he was going to retire. Like they would tease about his retirement, then he would come back like maybe a couple months or a year later.
yeah, I feel like they do that with a lot of the a lot of wrestlers. They'll tease this retirement for so long, and then finally, yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, they definitely do.
I think didn't they do that with Ric Flair too for a while?
I think so, yeah.
Man, so you got me thinking about the old days. I miss them. I think I miss being a kid watching them more than anything. You know?
That's what my brother watched. He said like, now it's just not the same to him. Like he said he enjoyed it a lot more when he was a kid. He was like a kid in the 80s too.
Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely can feel that.
Yep,
Oh,
I'm a 90s baby.
oh. Well, I remember the '90s. Don't worry. I mean, that was a big part of my life too. Uh, Kitty saying that Kitty says I like that CM Punk does not include his time in WWE as pro wrestling. That's
Oh
funny.
yes. Yeah, yeah, definitely. He actually he didn't include it at all, which was great.
Yeah, I know there was what he walked out on them or something, right? Is that what happened?
Yeah, he did not Vince didn't treat him the way, he was supposed to treat him, and he got fed up. And there was actually, I think it's on YouTube, my fiance showed it to me. He actually like grabbed the microphone set like on the ramp and like talk shit to Vince and Triple H and Stephanie.
That's funny. I like it when they break character and go nuts on people.
Oh yeah.
I've heard a lot of things about Vince over the years too, and I don't know. That just kind of I like the entertainment aspect. I like the character creation aspect. Like they come up with these personas, these larger than life personas, and I'll tell you the last time I really was into something. I like the Wyatts when they were kicking.
Oh yeah, they were fun.
Yeah, but that was like that horror thing. Like back, how many horror characters have been in pro wrestling over the years? I think of like Papa Shango, um, the Boogeyman, stuff like that.
I love the Boogeyman. I love how he like remember he would put the worms in his mouth.
Yeah, I kind of remember that. That was when I started fading off of it, but I'm like, I remember the Boogeyman for some reason.
Yeah, he was creepy actually. He did a good job with his gimmick. I was a big fan of that.
Hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me see, chat. Chat. If you got questions, like I said, pop them up. We'll get to it. So horror movies. Let's get on that for a minute. Do you have a favorite genre of horror?
I think slasher would be my
Slashers.
favorite. Yeah.
Okay. Any favorites pop up and do you want to talk about?
I think my favorite slasher would have to be the Friday the 13th franchise.
Oh, Mama's boy. That's what I say. Mama's boy.
It's especially the Tommy Jarvis saga. Those are my favorite Friday the 13th movies, hands down. Like Friday the 13th, the final chapter, A New Beginning, Jason Lives, love them.
Jason Lives is absolutely on my top of the list. I'm telling you.
That ending, I love that ending when he just goes down with Jason, and then it's great. I was actually thinking about getting like the NECA. They had the Camp Crystal Lake set up. I was gonna put it in a fish tank and like not actually have any fish there, but like kind of make a setup and everything and put Jason in the water with a chain around his neck.
Well, that would be cool.
Yeah, my brother actually gave me the idea. I was like, oh, that'd be a good idea.
I'm not gonna steal that idea from you. Maybe, I don't know. Do you have a favorite Tommy Jarvis?
Part 5.
Part 5.
I don't know why. I think I had a big crush on him when I was a kid.
Sure.
And I think part 4 would be like, my top favorite, but part 5 comes second.
Nice. I was gonna say, did you get a chance to watch any of the Don't Hike in the Snow stuff and Don't Hike Alone and all that? The fan films coming out?
No, I didn't actually.
You should definitely check them out.
Yeah, I
Jeez.
actually didn't know about them.
Let me look this up real quick. I think it's Womp Stomp or something. I have to look it up. Don't hike in the snow. Well, pardon me while I do some research on the fly. Yeah. Okay. So we have. Let me see. Never Hike Alone. Jason Rising I saw was coming up, and then they have something. Never Hike in the Snow.
Ooh, I'm definitely gonna have to check those out.
I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, I'm not saying I don't know. I don't want to give any spoilers away, but if you're a fan of those movies you mentioned, you should definitely get into this.
Oh yeah, I actually didn't even know there were any fan films coming out or were out or.
Definitely, like I don't know. I feel terrible because any other day I could name the company, but I think it was like Womp Stomp Films or something like that. Wampa. I'm probably botching it all up with the name. But yeah, I think they're on YouTube, so I suggest everybody who's a Jason fan watch that stuff. Let's see. Oh, so Jaws, we were talking about that earlier. You're a fan of the shark movies, yes?
Oh, I love Jaws.
Yeah.
Like I've seen the first one, but I haven't seen sequels actually.
Have you read the book? Apparently.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
But
That's been.
yeah, that's one I want to read for sure.
I was gonna say that's been a hot topic of debate the past few times I've been talking to people. How the books relate to the movies. That keeps popping up, I swear, in every one of these shows. It's funny. I don't have time to read anything these days. I'm just too busy.
Yeah, I started reading again when I had COVID.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that. You recently dealt with the COVID.
Oh yeah.
And you're making a recovery, right? Everything's cool.
Yeah, everything's good. I have sinus problems now that haven't really gone away, but other than that, I feel 100% better. I have to get my strength back, of course, like when I go back to the to wrestling school and all that stuff. But other than that, I'm doing really good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did they cancel all the school because of the pandemic stuff?
Oh yeah, actually, sucky thing about it was like they canceled like a month after I started.
Oh wow.
So like I was like, oh yeah, I'm like, gonna have my first match, my first live match this year, and then didn't happen.
Oh, that pandemic put a shutdown on everything. It was such a sad.
Oh yeah. And everything just happened like so quickly.
Yeah, that's that's definitely put a monkey wrench in a lot of works here. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up on something.
Oh, you're good.
I tend to like go all over the place when I'm doing these things.
I do the same thing when I'm recording a show.
Yeah, any so you said you were gonna work on a podcast again. When do you think you got another podcast coming up?
I have an episode coming up this week. I'm actually moving it to Wednesdays because my fiance is my co-host and
Mm-hmm.
he's starting to broadcast football games again, and he's got a podcast on Friday mornings. So it kind of like helps him like get his, all his work done on Thursdays and stuff like that. So we usually do it on Thursday, but we're gonna move it back to Wednesday so he'll have more time.
Oh yeah, it's.
And
I was gonna say it's tough scheduling things, especially with real life and everything else going on. I'm sure.
yeah, definitely. And I take care of my mom and stuff full time too. So it's crazy.
Oh, life is tough on all of us here.
Oh yeah. But
What? I'm checking the time. We'll keep you here for another 5 or 10 minutes, then we'll let you go take care of your stuff. I know you have things to do. That works for
oh
you.
yeah. Gotta finish dinner for everybody. I made pulled pork.
Hmm. Got me hungry. I tell you what. uh, well, I'm trying to think. We were talking about. Were you and me talking about killer clowns the other day, or was that somebody else? Because I felt like
That
that was
might be-
us.
Was that us? I don't think so.
I thought somebody said something about the killer clowns the other day. I
From
don't
outer
know.
space?
Yeah, yeah. You've seen it, right?
Oh yeah, that's like one of my favorite movies.
See what? Yeah, because I think one of us made a post about it over on Twitter. There, I don't know. Everything blends together. Maybe this was a couple weeks ago at this point. Don't.
I, I did share something like somebody made me choose between like killer clowns and something else, and then I posted a killer clowns gif.
Oh, okay. I
That might have been what it was.
maybe.
Everything blends together for me too.
Don't get old. It gets worse. Oh man. So let's go. What's your top 5 favorite movies at this point? Horror, non-horror, whatever. What are you into these days?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna like give you a little mixture
Sure, do it.
here. The Outsiders. That one really I resonated with that story when I was younger, and I read the book and I saw the movie. Reanimator, of course.
That's a
Uh,
classic.
oh yeah, Halloween 2, the original 1981, Sleepaway Camp, and I would have to say Friday the 13th Part 4.
Part 4. I had a feeling that was gonna pop up.
Yeah, I just and I love the version with the commentary and everything. Have you seen it with Adam Green and Joe Lynch?
I don't think I've watched the commentary version, but I definitely have the entire collection here, including the new one, the remake.
I haven't seen that in years. I forgot what that was even like. Like I know it like people like had mixed feelings about it.
Well, I was gonna ask you, but if you don't remember it, it was like Jason was like more survivalist type than
Was he like
anything.
more human?
I felt like it. I felt like he was
Because like I know there's this whole thing with the original franchise where like they say Jason's a deadite.
a deadite. Really?
Yeah, there's like this whole thing with Jason Goes to Hell where they had like the Necronomicon in a scene, and like they try to say that like Pamela like somehow got the Necronomicon and that like she brought Jason back. It's like a weird like theory.
Ow. I thought it was the death curse. I mean, Crazy Ralph had it right. I mean, it was a curse. All right.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like he's got the death curse.
He's got a death curse. Ooh.
You do that way better than me.
Oh no, I'm terrible. Don't listen to me. Fucking, I'm gonna shout out Crazy Ralph on Twitter because he's one of my favorite accounts to
Oh my
follow.
god, yes. Always brightens my day. I love it.
You follow a lot of those RP guys?
Oh yeah, they're great. I think you're the first one I followed.
Well, that's funny. Thanks. I forgot. Like, it was funny how that all started. Like I was telling everybody last night. Started watching Joe Bob, met these guys, entered this little group, left the group. Just at this point, the account's more like it's just a hard fan account, just like anything else.
Oh yeah. Mine's been like I think I started mine in 2011,
2011.
like when I was like a kid.
A kid. Well, yeah, you can check her Twitter out, by the way, if you look in the description of the video, guys and gals. You can find her at Spooky Celestial. And we're so I was gonna say you've been in the horror community for a couple years or so, or how long you've been, have you been in this little community, as we call it?
I'd say about 4 years, but
Okay.
I think I'm a lot more active now than I was like when I started.
Sure. And I think it's a pretty decent community overall. But
Oh yeah.
like any community, there's some bad apples in there. But I don't know. Your experience has been mostly positive.
Oh yeah, very positive. I get a couple trolls every now and again. I had one a couple, I think it was like a month ago, I think. I blocked them. I think I made a post about him. I'm not sure. But other than that, it's been like really positive. Everybody's been really accepting. And it's been a really nice experience. It's actually gotten me through a lot of my mental health issues with depression and things like that. Like I feel like I've made so many different met so many different amazing people is what I was trying to say, and a lot of amazing friends. It's been really great.
Excellent. And that's what it's about. And that's why we're doing these shows. We're trying to get people out there and meet each other, unite us, and blah blah blah. Happy hippie no pants bullshit is what I say.
Exactly.
Pants are the devil, guys. Remember that. And remember to
Yeah,
like,
who
share, and
needs pants?
subscribe. Who
Who needs
needs pants? Yes. Say it again. One more time.
who needs pants?
There it is. There it is. Beautiful. I'm going to totally sound clip that later.
Go for it.
It's going to be, who needs pants in the middle of a show? It's going to be great. Awesome.
Love it.
Oh, man. It's been fun. I'm sorry it's going to have to be a short one, so we're going to have you back. I mean, that's a gimme.
Oh, I would love to come back. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Um,
this has been a really chill time.
and it moves quick. I tell everybody, these things move so quick.
Yeah, it doesn't even feel like it's been that long since we started.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to leave you with one last question here. If you had one message to give the world, what would it be?
I would have to say, don't give up on anything you want to do. If you want to do something, don't give up on your dreams. Do not listen to somebody who tells you can't. Instead of like thinking, you can't, just think you can. Because you can, you're capable of anything.
That's perfect. I approve of this. Um, so is there anything you want to shout out at the last minute here before we head out?
I would just like to say thank you so much for having me. You guys can listen to my podcast every Wednesday now. It used to be every Thursday on Spotify and Spreaker. It's the Festival of Samhain Horror Podcast. And you can follow me on Twitter and interact with me, and I'll do my best to get back to everybody.
You guys heard it. So yeah, so hang out a minute. I'm gonna get this stream kicking off, and maybe we can chat for a sec before you have to go.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, thank you guys for stopping by. I know it's been a short, quick show, and I appreciate all you guys being here. I don't have anything to promote at this point. Working on September's schedule. Hopefully, I'll have that up soon. We'll have another month of random shows, interviews, fun times. Shout out to everybody that's been here so far in the past couple months. It's been fantastic. It's been a good time. Thank you guys for all your support. Thank you, Perga-Tori, for coming on today.
Oh, you're welcome. I had fun.
Excellent. Excellent. And so we'll catch you guys soon. Stay tuned to the channel. Stay tuned to the Twitters. Like, share, subscribe, blah, 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 all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll see you next time.